Hey y'all, the family business New Orleans has finally made its premiere. Coming from Carl Weber as well as Tridescent Studios, Trey Haley. These guys are going to bring us the very first episode of the family business New Orleans entitled Surprise, Surprise, when mobster Jean LeBlanc puts up a $100,000 reward for the information about his brother's death. The Duncans take drastic action to protect their casino and themselves from their rivals. Listen, there's definitely going to be some rivals in this one, you guys. But when we first start off with the episode, we're going to meet Marquis as well as Antoinette. And they're in the room doing the do. But Big Shirley is making her way through the home. She's going to pick up some lingerie off the floor. And then she's going to pull her blicky out of her pocketbook because something is not quite right. But she goes into the bedroom and she's going to tell Marquis, look, you need to stop what you're doing. Antoinette, what are you doing at my home? But Marquis, we need you at the casino because some stuff has gone down. I've been calling you on your phone and you have not answered at all. So I need you to get down to the casino. And he does just as his mother tells him to do. Of course, Antoinette runs out of there. Antoinette didn't have any business, y'all, being at the Duncan home. I'll just say that. There's more to come about Antoinette, and we're going to get into that a little later. But just know she had no business at the Duncan home. Now, we're going to make our way through the Midnight Blues, which is the name of Big Shirley's club. We're going to see a little gambling. We're going to see just a little hustling, everything that happens in casinos. Also, you guys, I just want to say I really am loving and feeling this intro song. I'm also feeling some of the music. The soundtrack is literally killing for me. So anyway, we see Big Shirley and she's talking to Monique. Monique is popping balls because Monique has seen the body of Pierre LeBlanc, who is the brother of Jean LeBlanc, okay? And he has been unalived after a gambling stint. He ends up losing some money, and the way that it looks as if Pierre unalived himself. Now, this is where that 100K is going to take into place, where Jean LeBlanc is going to offer a lot of people some money to find out what truly happened to his brother. But in the meantime, Monique is so hyped and she's telling the whole story, just trying to tell everybody what happened. Now, they go out to investigate to see the body, and of course, this is not good. This is not good for the Midnight Blue, and Floyd says to Shirley that no matter how this looks, it's going to look bad on us. So we have got to get rid of this body one way or another. And basically, we're going to have to pay some people off so that they can keep their mouths shut. Like I said, they go out, examine the body, and this is what they see. Shout out to Rayon Lawrence for his moment in the family business New Orleans. Now we're going to talk to Todd and Keith, and they're going to pay them off to keep their mouths quiet. But will they really keep their mouths quiet? It's only so much money that can keep a man from talking, or that can encourage a man from talking. But these two assure Big Shirley as well as Floyd and Marquis that they are not going to say anything about this whole situation. But out in the boondocks, y'all, we got this guy right here, and I'm going to give y'all his name in a moment. But we got him, and he's peeping, and he's seeing Floyd as well as Marquis loading that body up on that truck. So, oh my God, there's another witness, y'all. So then we're going to make our way over to the Duke, and we're going to see that the Duke is not just a regular casino. It's a bar, it's a club, it's a strip club, it's a whatever you want to call it, but they got dancers in there. So Saint goes in, pops one off, and of course, he is escorting the one and only Jean LeBlanc. But Red comes out and it's like, what is going on? What do you guys want? Well, Jean LeBlanc is trying to get him to sell his club to him. But Red is not trying to hear it. He wants to give it to his son when he passes away. But, just leaving something to the family. But we're going to see that the cards are not fair in this situation. Someone who we thought was on Big Red or on Red's side is actually the nephew/niece of Jean LeBlanc, and she ends up taking out his son. She ends up taking out Big Red's son. Now, Big Red is not taking this too kindly. He's forced to sign the paperwork, but he still is so distraught that he goes and tries to take out Jean LeBlanc with a knife. Bro, you can't take a knife to a gunfight. That's all I'm saying. And ends up getting popped, and they're going to see the body on the floor. But then we're going to meet Deputy Sheriff Clay, or Sheriff Clay, and she's meeting up with Marquis, and they're just talking about her helping him get rid of the body of Pierre LeBlanc. Of course, this is going to cost them some money. At least $50,000 is what it's going to cost them. 25 for her and 25 for the mayor and the coroner, so that basically everybody can keep their mouths shut, and it'll all just look like an accident. But right now, it really is an accident because nobody knows what actually happened to Pierre, y'all. But that's how it is. Money talks, and money will make you walk. So in this house that's filled with trinkets and different little witchcraft looking items, we're going to meet Ernestine. And Ernestine is the lover of Floyd. She's going to give him this chicken foot, which is going to be a symbol of protection for him. Something that is used to keep him protected, to keep him safe. She's going to give him some instructions on what needs to be done. So anyway, we're going to see Big Shirley as well as Marquis having that conversation again. I did what you told me to do. After the morning after, we're going to see that he has fulfilled the "you got a bus in me 3 times." Sorry for the way I explained it, but he's going to fulfill that for her. And of course, Floyd is like, well, I can do it again. And she's like, no, you got to wait for this to settle in, and then you can come back and do it tomorrow, but not right now. You got to wait until tomorrow. And I'm like, girl, are you trying to get a baby? What you trying to do? But it's the way that the voodoo is going to work. So then we're going to see, as Jean LeBlanc's home, Deputy Sheriff, Deputy Clay, and the other sheriff are going to pull up at the crib. Saint is not trying to let them inside the house, but she's telling them that it's something very important. Jean LeBlanc is there drinking his coffee. He has his beignets. He's got breakfast. He's like, I just sat down for breakfast. What can I help you with? And unfortunately, they have to reveal to him the news that his brother was found unalive in the body of a gator. Now, we know that's not the truth, but that is the story that she is telling Jean LeBlanc. And everybody is looking like, what? Because at the end of the day, Jean and Pierre really didn't get along. Pierre was like that little brother that was always into something, and Jean was like that brother that always had to pull him out of stuff. But at the end of the day, y'all, Jean is actually upset. Marie comes down, and he explains to her that they just told him that his brother has been unalive. And so she plays the doty wife, and she sits on his lap and hugs him. And, at the end of the day, regardless, at the end of the day, brothers are brothers no matter what. And Jean is hurt by this whole situation. He is hurt. He actually has tears rolling down his face. He is so upset. He doesn't know what he's going to do, but, he got to find out who did this to his brother. So we're going to see Floyd as well as Big Shirley and Monique, and they're picking at him about that chicken foot that's around his neck. They're headed over to the mayor's office. She says, you can wear that hat, but you can't wear it inside the mayor's office. So Monique is kind of that person that keeps Big Shirley informed on what goes down. So they make their way into the office of the sheriff, literally deboard their way into his office, and they let him know, look, you want more money, but I'm going to need more hours. And then at the end of this conversation, Shirley is just saying this is going to be the smartest thing, because even when the other clubs are closed or the casinos are closed, I'll still be able to make money, way more money. So that was a smart idea. That was definitely a smart idea. But then we're going to see Marquis, and he's going to meet up with Deputy Clay again, and he's going to bring her the remainder of the $50,000 that she is owed. He brought her $25,000. He's out there smoking weed. She used to be the weed queen in high school. And we also find out that Marquis was her high school crush. Oh, that's cute. That's why she's so willing to do all these things for Marquis. But anyway, at the spa, We're going to see Marie as well as her daughter as well. Now, this is Jean LeBlanc's family, and they are, just in there talking out loud, talking about how Uncle Jean or Daddy didn't really get along with Pierre. We're also going to have Big Shirley in the spot at the same time. And she's just inviting them to come to the Midnight Blue for the masquerade ball and, just apologizing for the loss of Pierre. So the fellas are back in the club. And at this moment, Big Shirley is letting her baby boy know, listen, we are in some mess and I need you to go to Houston. I need you to get out of Louisiana. I need you to get out of New Orleans, baby. Okay? And I need you to steer clear until we can clean the situation up. But Marquis is like, Mom, you got to let me be a man. I'm not trying to, run away from the situation. I can actually help. But he does not want to hear that. But y'all, we're going to see where instead of him making his way over to Houston, he's actually going to go to the other side of the globe, y'all. Yes, he's headed over there to the East Coast. We're going to get to that in just a second, but we're going to see a moment where Shirley and Floyd, y'all, are having a conversation, and Floyd is like, you got to let him be a man. You can't just, run him out of town and just let him be a man. It's crazy. Now, y'all know this skyline, right? I know y'all know what that looks like, and I know y'all know what that house is or where that house is. It looks oh so familiar, right? Well, yes, your boy Marquis, instead of going over to Houston, he has made his way to the New York Duncans, y'all. He has made his way. As you can see, we got Nevada. Of course, we got Cousin Curtis is in the building, okay? And then we're going to see Vegas, and he is just, Marquis is there just asking, hey, I need you guys help. Can you guys spare some family or some men, some soldiers, so we can go battle out Jean LeBlanc, because he's one of the baddest gangsters in New Orleans, y'all. And of course, they agree, but who they're going to send? Cousin Curtis is going to make his way out to New Orleans, and then little cousin Laura, Chief finishes school. She's going to make her way out to New Orleans as well. And Vegas lets Marquis know that if there are any other problems, any additional problems, if you need me, we are one phone call away. And y'all, that was pretty much the end of episode 1 from Family Business New Orleans. I will definitely dive in and give you guys episode number 2, but I absolutely love the episode already. I'm kind of biased because I've seen it before this, but it was definitely worth watching again. I hope you guys will check it out for yourselves and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling about Family Business NOLA, okay? All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Stay ruthless.